Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making this beautiful A-line skirt with a hip contour. So here I'm marking my waistline. I'll make a mark, then from the waistline I'll come down by 10 inches. That will be where I'm placing my hip measurements. Then I'll also come down by 18 inches. That will be for my new length. So I'll make a mark there. Then I'll connect my lines this way. So this is just me checking to make sure that my full length is the same. So after confirming my full length, I will divide my waist by 4 plus 1.5 inches for stitching allowance. I'll divide my hip by 4 plus 1.5 inches for stitching allowance. Then I'll connect this way. After connecting, whatever thing I get at my hip, I'll minus 2 at my new length. That's to help give the skirt a nice fitting. Then you connect it this way. Then from this point at your new length, you just connect it down to your full length. Just make an A-line shape this way. Just watch as I connect it. So I'm going to use my ruler and connect it this way. Make an A-line shape. Then you now cut it out. So this for the back side. I'll be marking my waistline. Then come down by 10 inches, mark my hip line. Then 18 inches my new line. Then I'll connect them this way. After I'm done connecting, I'll make a 2 inches zipper allowance this way. I'll just mark it down to my full length. Then when I'm done with this, I'll come in at the waist side in this way by 1 inch. Then I'll connect it to my hip line this way. I'll make a curve, connect it. Then at my new length also, I'm going to come in this way by 1 inches. I'll also connect it, make a curve this way to my hip. Then when I'm done with this, that's my 1 inch from my new length. I'll take it down to my full length. Then I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. I'll be placing it from that 1 inch I went into. Then I'll mark, add my stitching allowance, make a mark. Then I'll come to my hip, divide by 4. I'll mark, add my stitching allowance to it. Then at my new also, whatever thing I get at my hip, I'll minus 2 to place at my new. Just like so. Then I'll connect. After connecting, you notice that this part of the skirt is not as curvy as the front one. That's because this back is already curvy. Then from this new length, you just connect it this way, make an A-line shape just the way I'm doing. You connect it down to your full length. So I'll be adding my zipper allowance. Then I'll be, from my waist, I'm going to start my zipper allowance from that 1 inch I went in. I'll be using 1.5 inches, just the way I'm doing it. You make a mark. Then at your knee also, that back needs to carry that same shape, that same curvy shape. This helps to give your back that beautiful shape at the back. You just connect like so. If you watch, your zipper is not straight, it's curvy because your back is not straight. Then from there your knee, you also take it down to your full length, just the way I'm doing it. And then when you're done with this, you just cut it out. Pay attention to how I'm cutting this zipper allowance side. You have to follow the shape. It has to be curvy this way. Then you cut it down. When I'm done with this, I'll trace this with my fabric. Then at this downside, you notice I added my folding allowance. When cutting on my lining, I didn't add my folding allowance. So here, I'll add the folding allowance at my fabric this way. Then I'll just cut it out. This for the front piece. I'll cut it out. And I will also do same for the back piece. I'll trace it with my fabric and also cut it out. So this is my front piece and my back piece. So I'll be taking this to my machine to go and turn the lining with the fabric. When I'm done turning the lining with the fabric, then I'll bring it. So I'm done turning the lining with my fabric. And I've also gone ahead to close down the zipper allowance this way. I've closed down the zipper allowance. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's already giving that curve at the back. When I'm done with this now, I'll be facing the front and back, front meet front. I'll be closing it. Then I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 2, my hip measurement divided by 2. Just watch how I close my skirt. So I'll be taking my waist measurement divided by 2 this way. When I'm done dividing, whatever thing it gives me, I'll place it at this edge, at one edge. You can decide whichever side you want to place it, then I'll mark. Then whatever thing that is left at that waist, I'll divide it by 2 this way. It gave me 4 here, so I'll be putting 2 at one side, then I'll also replace 2 at the other side. Just watch as I did. I'll replace 2 at this other side. Same thing for the hip, divided by 2 this way, and then I'll place it at one edge just like so, and then I'll make a mark like this. Then whatever thing that is left at this other side, I will divide it by 2 again. This to help you both sides of your skirt be balanced, just like so. Then you connect this way. This way both sides will have the same measurement. Then you connect, also come this way, connect from the waist to the hip. Then I'm just cross-checking my hip measurement and it's accurate. This way is accurate. The same thing with the waist. This is the best way to close your skirt or your any outfits you're making. Then when I'm not done, I'll just connect it down. I'll curve it down to my full length this way. Then after making this mark, I'll take it down to my sewing machine and close it down. And this is the finished look. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Subscribe to this channel, like and share this video. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.